Thanks for tuning in and not going live. Please hit the subscribe button. The first division I'm going to do is I'm gonna just start with the AFC West since we're already talking about Chris Jones. I'm gonna do this a little differently so I can get through it. So instead of spending a bunch of time on the acquisitions, I'm gonna just tell y'all the order from the jump. So out of the AFC West, first place, or should I do last place first? Okay, I'm gonna do last place first. Last place in the AFC West shouldn't be a surprise. I'm gonna go with the Raiders in last place for obvious reasons. Well, actually, they might not be obvious to people. I'm looking at their offseason signings. They didn't get anybody. They got Jacoby Myers. We all knew Jacoby Myers played for the Raiders last year. We seen that. But they got Jimmy Garoppolo. They re-signed Josh Jacobs to a 1-year deal. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time on them. They're trash. Josh McDaniels is not a head coach, and I'm going to end up saying this every single episode. These white OCs keep on getting chance after chance after chance, job after job after job. He's clearly an OC. He's not a head coach. Look at his coaching record. It's terrible. Not going to spend too much time on them. They couldn't play defense last year. They're still not going to be able to play defense. Devontae Adams probably going to ass out by half of the season. Next, third place, the Broncos. So, I know I said that I like the defense a lot last episode. I do like the defense. I wouldn't necessarily say a lot anymore because they did lose Bradley Chubb like halfway through the season. He's a good player. They obviously got a good secondary with Simmons and Surtain, the best corner in the league outside of Jalen Ramsey, healthy. Argue with your mom. But I just think, I think they'll be a little bit better because Sean Payton. Well, first of all, I don't know how you don't get better from what they did last year. But obviously Sean Payton is a way better coach. But we're going to actually see this year if Russ, I think this is make or break. He's still under contract, but this is a make or break year for his career because if he's trash this year, he's probably going to get benched at some point. And I don't know what they're going to do. That got to be the worst trade ever because you traded, 3 first-round picks, like a second. You traded Noah Fant, great tight end. And, for one player that ends up not starting by year 3 and you extended him. So, good luck to them, real shit. Because if he don't show up this year, then he might be on his way out of the league. They didn't have no real good offseason signings. I'm seeing they got a tackle, a guard that I don't know. Mike McGlinchey, I do know him. But, they got Samaje Perine. They're running backs. They got Javonte Williams coming back. I like him. He's a running back. But they already got receivers hurt. So, I'm going to have them go in third place. I think they're going to be better than last year, which is not hard to do considering they were terrible. But they're not going – I can't see them winning 9 games. I don't know. Could they win 9? Nah. I don't think they're going to have a winning record. They probably win 7. Yeah, probably 7. Second place and going to the playoffs, I have the Chargers. So I was going back and forth because I had the Bengals and the Jets missing. But the thing at the end, which made me say the Chargers would make it over them, obviously the division is just worse. Like the Chargers get 4 automatic wins. I take that back. I wouldn't say automatic just because of how inconsistent the Chargers have been, but they should be able on paper they should be able to take care of the Raiders and the Broncos easily. They picked up who was I about to? Oh, they picked up Quentin Johnson from TCU, and he looks good. So that's going like their receiving core is nice. You got Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, you got Mike Williams, you got Austin Eckler. He's looking for some money, so I don't think he's going to be the type to not turn up. So, and then they got Kellen Moore on as the OC, who lost his job for no reason, but we don't got to talk about that. So yeah, I do think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're finally going to get a division win out of the Chiefs because they played the Chiefs really good, really well. But I mean, it's just last year they just had bad luck with the injuries. So the only problem that's really the only problem I have with the Chargers. Their best players are injury prone. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. That's not Mike Williams isn't really injury prone, but definitely the other three. And that was my problem with them last year, even though they did have like such a great roster on paper, but hopefully they're able to stay healthy and then I got them making the playoffs for sure. Yeah, because I like both sides of the ball because even on defense, you got Derwin James, obviously the pass rusher, Derwin James, and you got J.C. Jackson, who's looking like he stole money, but we'll see if he bounced back. It seemed like all them corners be stealing money once they leave the Patriots, but we don't gotta talk about that. And then Asante Samuel Jr. He made some big plays in the playoffs, so every time I watch him, he be making plays. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. They definitely on paper they look real good, but they gotta be consistent. They're the most inconsistent team that I like out of like all the teams that you look and see on paper that look better than the rest of the NFL. Like it just seems like they'll like hang in with a good team and then like lose to who did they get smoked by? I think they got smoked. Who did they get smoked by last year? I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, I can just look it up. Hold on, wait. Chargers schedule. Yeah, I thought so. It was the Jags. Like you hang in there with the Chiefs. You threw the Justin Herbert threw the game away, but he got hurt that game. He throws a freaking pick in the red zone. Um, but most people thought like watching that game, you thought they were going to win, and then the very next week you get smoked by the Jags. I mean, the Jags was a good team, but like getting smoked is crazy. They lost to the Raiders. For they lost to the Raiders last year. Um, they lost to the Broncos. Like that's unacceptable. And then obviously the wild card round, they got smoked by the Seahawks. Yeah, they gave up that comeback in the playoffs, so they're hella inconsistent. But I think they will be able to get to the playoffs because of those things that I said. And then first place, obviously the Chiefs. I don't know who else y'all thought I was going to pick. They are 27 and 3. 27 and 3 against the AFC West since Mahomes been there. 27 and 3. I don't care if Chris Jones plays or not. If you're getting 5, 6 wins out your division and you have Patrick Mahomes, they're not missing the playoffs. Like, it's nothing else to talk about. Now that's definitely going to hurt. They lost Orlando Brown. That's definitely going to hurt because he's one of the best tackles in the league. But you got the best player in the league. I damn near want to say by far the best quarterback I done seen. I don't like. If you look at him and Brady at this point in their careers, it looks totally different in terms of the player, like the stats. Brady, I think, had 3 already, but Brady was playing with great defenses. He was more of a game manager. At this time, this is when he started to turn over his career and then start really applying pressure in terms of like an individual player. But Mahomes is already that. So, I mean, I'll probably talk about that in a future episode about comparing them. But he's definitely, in terms of talent-wise and then just the start of the career, he's definitely the best I done seen. So, yeah, as long as you got Andy Reid, as long as you got Mahomes, just them two, you going to win 10 games. Like, yeah, that's automatic. And then they're just going to pull other ones out just because they're just that good. So I still got them winning the AFC West regardless. Chris Jones, if Chris Jones comes back, but I mean, well, he is going to come back. He's going to come back by week 8, so they're going to be good regardless. But hopefully they pay him before for their sake because they're not competing for no championship if he comes back and is just there for the check for real.